All right, welcome back to the stream. Welcome back to another video. Good evening. Today, we're going to stream for about 30 minutes to an hour. And then this first topic, it looks like Tesla is starting to send out messages to their prospecting customers for $10,000 off pricing. But of course, this is on the Model S and the Model X. We've been talking about this for a little bit on how Tesla is trying to get pretty aggressive with these vehicles because I guess they have a demand issue or they have a inventory issue. So we'll definitely take a look at it, what we've seen, what we're seeing on Twitter right now. But before we get into all of that, let's run that intro real quick. And thanks for watching another stream. Thanks for watching another video. My name is Dennis, and I love talking about Tesla hacking, as I like to call it, but basically just getting the best deal on a Tesla at the best possible price, or just getting really good financing on your Tesla. So if you're interested in any of that, please hit that subscribe. And today's video is actually sponsored by my Patreon link down below in the description if you want to support the channel. And thank you to my newest Patreon members, Model Y all the way, and Philip. Thank you for joining the Patreon. Thank you for the support, and hopefully you got some value on that buying guide, which has those low interest and financing rates in the guide as well. But let us jump into this. If you're just joining in, looks like Tesla is starting to send out $10,000 offers off of the Model S and the Model X. Whole Mars catalog kind of broke this out, basically highlighting, well, what we've been highlighting, that there's a lot of good Model S and X, or what it seems like a lot of big discounts off of these vehicles, anywhere from 14, 15 to, I think yesterday we saw a $22,000 off at Model S available for sale. That was brand new. But here is the exact text message that they're sending to their customers. Quote, join the Tesla family. Our entire lineup of S3, XY currently have massive price drops that have begun to increase. The Model S and X have $10,000 off MSRP. We also have a limited quantity of showroom and demo vehicles that are reaching up to an additional $12,000 off. Quote, the current prices are subject to change for any models at any times, and the only way to lock in pricing is with an order. To join the many taking advantage of the reduced pricing, place your reservation now by replying yes to connect with the team. And so this is, I feel like, a slightly different strategy from what we've seen before in the past. I don't think they've put out numbers like this on a text message as a solicited way to try and get customers back into the queue and buying. But this is huge, right? We got huge numbers on here: $10,000 off Model S and X, $12,000 off demos. So if anything, like, this is a huge signal that maybe it's not the best time to buy a Model S or X because of new features and everything that are coming down on the pipeline. Unless you don't care about hardware 3.0, hardware 4.0, full self-driving autopilot and all that stuff, then it's still a crazy value at the end of the day. But taking a look at another text message that a customer got from Tesla as well. So this is a centralized number from Tesla. So they all use the same text messaging service. So it's all one number, and anybody could be replying to you at any moment. It's funny, I have mine saved under Patricia Tesla because she used to be a really good Tesla rep that would able to get me cars very, very nicely, and also helped a bunch of people. But it seems like whenever I text it now, it's someone else at Tesla, and they all have like a shared number that they text from. But here's another message that they sent out to this person. Hello, this is Tesla. Recently, Tesla lowered the prices on some of their vehicles. Model X long range starting price went down from 121 down to 110, and the Model X Plaid went from 139 down to 120. Model S, you can see some of the same types of discounts or price decreases. And then this is an added section that they're really trying to highlight this demo inventory. And we've never really seen Tesla do this, at least from a unsolicited type of message, right? They're trying to promote and advertise a bunch of these demo discount vehicles or showroom discount vehicles that have never really existed, that never really have been promoted like this before in Tesla. So it really goes to show that Tesla certainly has maybe a problem, maybe not a demand problem, but some sort of issue with all these vehicles just sitting in their inventory, and they really, really, really want to get rid of these. We've started to see the inventory charts start to creep down just a little bit. So this is Matt Jung's inventory chart. Shout out to Matt Jung. Chung for posting this great inventory chart. And you can see Model S and X inventory, we've got a slight decrease. And of course, this is because there is a ton of Tesla Model X's that have demo status, which have a discount. So you can see here, there's 369 on the website and 310 of them are actually demo with a discount. And you can see right here, $16,000 off, $14,000 off, $14,000, $15,000. Lots of discounts, that's for sure. If we go to the Model S side, there's probably going to be a similar story. $12,000 off, $12,000 off, $12,000 off. Big discounts. What's funny here is that all of these are basically the same build, white with black interior. Really just a very vanilla type of build right here, but definitely some pretty interesting stuff. We're starting to see Tesla really push on the fire sale button, that's for sure, for the Tesla Model S and X. So let me know, like, what are your thoughts? Are you in the market for a S or X? Like we did buy a Model X pretty recently, and we did pay, not as good as some of these prices. Our build is still holding some value, I would say. Some of these prices are a little lower, I'll give it that, but we've got a better build, I would say, because we've got more seats and all that stuff. But it is kind of interesting to say the least, to see prices come down this quickly. So it makes me think a little bit. Now I certainly feel, I definitely felt how a lot of people had the price dropped on them throughout November, December, or even January, and so I definitely feel not the pain, but I know what you're coming from, that's for sure. But this is waiting for Tesla.com. This is an inventory site, so shout out to TJ and the team there for building this amazing site. Jumping over to the Model Y, since we've got this up, we might as well take a look at it. Inventory it's still really low. We've got 30 brand new Tesla Model Ys across the country here. And the tricky thing here is, please be mindful of the build dates of when these Tesla Model Ys, because there could be a chance, like this one, most likely you'll be able to get it by the end of the month. And it's like a almost perfect build. Like, of course, it's the cheapest one that you can technically get with, of course, the induction rims, which we found that a lot of people are reporting back that if you switch your order to induction rims, you will get a VIN a lot quicker. So, take that for what it's worth, like if you're interested. But also at the same time, like, switching to induction rims is $2,000 more. And then really what's another $2,000? Well, I know it's not what's another, but another $2,000 after that gets you a performance variant. So, maybe consider switching to performance then. But if you're really trying to get that federal tax credit, the $7,500 tax credit, then maybe it might be worth it to go either way at the end of the day. So you can see right here, a Model Y long range with a $2,000 option is $56,990, and a Model Y performance is $58,990. So definitely some pretty interesting stuff. Model Y inventory is it's in the low for sure. We should be seeing a Austin Giga Texas inventory dump sometime, maybe even today or tomorrow. It's usually part of their MO. And what I'm talking about here is when you take a look at the Model Y inventory charts, every like 6 or 7 days, there's, a pump basically of inventory. And so we'll probably get that soon with the Model Y at the moment. But we're going to jump into some of the live comments and the live stream, because that's certainly the benefit of the live stream. You can ask anything you want probably after our next topic from this. But before we do that, this video is actually sponsored by my Patreon link. Down below in the description, there's a Patreon link where you can support the channel, and there's a variety of benefits, but some of them include actually scheduling a call with me, where you can ask me any questions about buying a Tesla, selling a Tesla, or even financing a Tesla. And after you schedule the call, you get a link to my buying guide, which has links to all the resources that I use to get the best possible deal at the best possible price, including credit unions on that list that have interest rates as low as 3.2% to 4%, all better than Tesla financing from 60 to 80 months. So definitely check out if you're interested. Patreon link down below in the description. Water break. Thanks for joining in, everybody. We've got a handful of topics. We'll just give you a quick summary so that way you can wait around. But we've got Tesla. We'll give you a preview. Tesla is sending refund checks. You might want to stick around for that to see if you are in that camp. We've got 1% financing actually available, not clickbait at all. It's available, and it's really easy to join this credit union. I did a check. 1% financing is available, but the term might not be what you're looking for. But it might be worth it. I don't know. Maybe some of you have a lot of cash sitting in the bank. You might want to utilize this interest rate instead. And then we've also got, a topic about Tesla Investor Day and how to stay in tune with it to make sure you're subscribed to that as well. But let's cue up the marker. Thanks for watching another stream. Thanks for watching another video. Today in this next topic, we're going to talk about how Tesla is sending refund checks out, but really only for a certain buyer that purchased this past December. And we'll go through how you potentially could be getting that check as well if you are within that time frame. And so we'll talk about it. And I've got screenshots, I got photo evidence proof of this check actually being received by someone who actually sent to me. So thank you to them. Shout out to them for sure. But if you're just joining in, my name is Dennis. I love talking about Tesla hacking, as I like to call it, but basically just getting the best deal on a Tesla at the best possible price, or just getting really good financing on your Tesla. So if you're interested in any of that, please hit that subscribe. And today's video is actually sponsored by my Patreon link down below in the description, but more on that later. And shout out to Ming for sending me out this screenshot of the check, which I will show you as well. But first, let's go through a little story time. So it's December. If you don't know, if you're a new Tesla buyer and you place your order, December was a crazy time. The Model Y was what, $11,000, $12,000 more than what it is right now. The Model 3 was $3,000 more. Prices were just a lot more back then. But in December, on December 1st, they instituted a $3,750 discount on December 1st. And this was to kind of combat the tax credit that they knew a lot of people were pushing their orders off to next year because of this looming potential tax credit that was going to happen or not happen. We didn't know back then. It was very unclear. We actually didn't know until about December 29th is when we actually found out that the Model Y, actually no, it was I think a little bit later that the Model Y would actually qualify for the $7,500 tax credit. But around December 21st, Tesla upped the ante. We can only speculate that they needed more sales. They needed more units to hit their Q4 goal. And it actually was about right, because at the end of the day, they needed to hit like 430,000 units or something like that by Q4. And they came in around 407,000 units. So around December 21st, they upped the ante. They said everybody who wants to buy a Model 3 or Model Y can get a $7,500 discount and free supercharging for 2 years, 10,000 miles. And this was a pretty big time. It was crazy. There was a lot of people trying to go and try and lock down a Tesla vehicle. And so I tell this story because if you are on the cusp of buying a car right now, or you have a pending order, they usually do stuff like this, whether it's a charging or free charging option credit, discount of some sort, all the ways around the last month of each quarter. And you've heard me probably say on the channel a lot that we talk about how March is going to be a very exciting time for various reasons, but one of the biggest reasons is that because it's the last month of the first quarter. Tesla has to hit a number, Tesla has to sell vehicles, and so we'll start to see, will Tesla show what's under their armor? Because if there's some discounts, that means they need to hit their sales goals. And so they instituted this $7,500 discount, upping it from $3,750 on December 21st. I know this article says December 22nd, but that was because it was posted a day later. And so there was a time right there where a lot of people bought a vehicle on December 21st when they initiated the discount, because they didn't announce it until like 5 p.m. I say PST on that 21st. And so there's people that took delivery on the 21st at a $3,750 discount instead of a $7,500 discount. And so a lot of people felt slighted. And I was starting to get a lot of people commenting and sending me messages saying that they talked to their Tesla rep, and the Tesla rep was going to figure out a way to, or that Tesla was going to retroactively send the extra $3,750 discount to them instead. So this is pretty crazy, because I've never, believed that Tesla would do anything like that, but we've got photo evidence and photo proof now. So you can see right here, unless this is a really good Photoshop here, but of course it's lopsided. So sorry. So we got Tesla right here on this side. We've got Tesla to the viewer. So shout out to Ming for sending it. And then we got a memo here, Q4 2022, December delivery incentive. We've got another picture here. It shows from Tesla to, of course, the blurred out picture there, but I mean, photo evidence was, so this is pretty crazy that like Tesla actually came through, actually sent the difference of the 3750. You got $4,400, probably some extra change for fees or something like that. But that's pretty crazy that Tesla actually came through and do this. And this is hopeful news, because if Tesla were to do something like this for, all the December people, or anybody that has a lower price or a higher price, we could, they've definitely got it in their wheelhouse. And I would say give them some time, to give them time to make it up, to make it up to customers in the past. But if you felt like you feel slighted last year, you paid a higher price than their current price now, we do have a change.org petition running. It's actually change.org/Tesla refund. So if you want to sign it and support the cause, we've got over 7,500 signatures now. So Tesla really can't ignore us anymore. But I really feel like anybody that paid a higher price last year from Tesla should get some sort of feature or some sort of, full self-driving supercharger or anything, so that, because there's a lot of people out there that probably bought a Tesla last year that, feels a little slighted and definitely has a bad taste in their mouth with Tesla. And so this would be a great way for Tesla to excite them, get them excited with the brand again, whether it's full self-driving or whatever a cool feature is. And so that hopefully they can rewrite how people are feeling about Tesla. So definitely check it out. But at the end of the day, I was definitely surprised that Tesla sent out these refund checks. I did not believe that they would do that. So if you bought on December 21st, make sure you contact your Tesla rep, make sure to call them, go into the store or something to make sure you get your check at the end of the day. So definitely some pretty interesting stuff. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know if you're in the camp that was bought on December 21st. I mean, at this point, it doesn't hurt to try and ask, right? Just make a case for anything, because I'm always in the camp of believing of just asking. And so, definitely worth a shot at the end of the day. But we're going to jump in some of the comments and some of the questions. But before we do that, this video is actually sponsored by my Patreon link. Down below in the description, there's a Patreon link where you can support the channel. And there's a variety of benefits, but some of them include actually scheduling a call with me, where you can ask me any questions about buying a Tesla, selling a Tesla, or even financing a Tesla. And after you join the Patreon, you get a link to my buying guide, which has links to 6 or 7 credit unions on that list that have interest rates and financing rates as low as 3.2% to 4% from 60 to 80 months. And as an added benefit to my Patreon, I respond to all DMs with questions one-on-one in the Patreon app for all my members. So definitely check out if you're interested. And thank you to everybody else that has supported. All right, water break. If you're just joining in, welcome. Tesla is sending $10,000 off text messages to their customers. Well, really actually $10,000 or $12,000 off, but really the Model S and the Model X. If you're interested in a Model 3, I know there's a lot of that tax credit stuff with it disappearing in March or not. Thank you to Janice for joining the Patreon. Just saw that. Thank you. Shout out to you. I just gave you a shout out. See, if you're interested in a Model 3, the end of the quarter in March is always a crazy time with Tesla sales. So, there could be, it could be added discounts. I mean, most recently, only 3 weeks ago, I would say they had to clear out some Model 3 demo inventory, and there was some that were $2,000 to $3,000 off, which on top of the federal tax credit, on top of California CVRP, that's a good amount of money off. I mean, you're what, almost $26,000 vehicle. So if you're interested in a Model 3, I don't expect that to happen with the Model Y, because Model Y is just way too hot right now. So I don't really expect any sort of discounts, but very interesting. What's going on here? Usually when we do this, when we go to waitingfortesla.com, shout out to Waiting for Tesla, and we take a look at inventory, it's mostly the all-wheel drive standard range version. But right now there's 27 long range versions. Interesting. Any in California? Oh man. Oh, with what 7-seater though? We don't need 7 seats. Who needs a 7-seater Model Y? If you got a Model Y 7 seats, shout out to you, because that's, what is that, like $4,000, $5,000 feature? That's sick. But Irvine, that's gonna be gone by the time I hit refresh. I guarantee it. Paul, welcome to the stream. Thank you for joining. Vincent, hello. Mike Ruiz, question. What should I do if my Tesla advisor stop replying or contacting? Well, believe it or not, Mike, that's Tesla's MO. They just literally right when you place the order button, they just stop responding to you 100%. It's kind of unfortunate, but that's kind of just what they do. The best way to get in contact is really just going into a store, I would say, and you get more bees with honey. Be nice. Talk to them and see what you can do. The 17 performance Model Y sitting in inventory in my area, and the area performance model are taxed at a higher rate. Well, usually when the vehicle is more expensive, it's a higher tax because it's based upon vehicle price. But what do you mean exactly by that? R&D Fusion, haven't seen you in a little bit. Hi Dennis, bought my Model Y long range on the 26th after watching your video on the 13th. Wonderful driving experience. Congrats, IND Fusion. Thanks for coming in and drop that. I hope you're enjoying your Tesla Model Y. What mods are you doing to it? Kavi, what's the website? Waiting for Tesla.com. Extreme, I got my Model 3 Performance yesterday, and oh man, it's amazing. Congrats, nice. Model 3 Performance is sick. If anybody that just bought a brand new Tesla and you're looking for tint or ceramic options, we've got partners on the channel, and we might be, if you're in SoCal area, we might be doing a giveaway for tint. OC Tint Solutions is, I've taken my past 3 Teslas to them. Really good shop. If you don't even believe me, you can just see right here, 5 stars out of 5, 409 reviews on Yelp. Like, that's like literally impossible. If you've ever dealt with Yelp, or if you're a business owner, you know exactly what I'm talking about. But really good quality work. I brought my Teslas over time and time again to Jason. Hit up Jason, ask for the Dennis YouTube deal. He'll know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah, I'm actually going to go see him this week, actually, because we did some work to the Model X, and he just wants to check on it. No risk aside, I was going to keep my Model S Plaid order as I thought it probably had hardware for, but the discounts are too great to ignore it, along with the ability to lock in my lower tower credit union rate. Nice. Dang, so you're winning on both levels. I hope your Model S Plaid, what type of discount does it have? And tower at 2.99, that's sick. For sure. Just got my Model Y today. It's amazing. Congrats, Paul. I know you've been jumping in every single day, so you're probably like, that was amplifying your excitement. Congrats on getting the Model Y. Let me know what you're going to do to it. And all the new owners, I'd be remiss to drop this, but we got part accessory partners on the channel as well. Discounts codes, 10% off, 5% off, 10%. I need a message out where to bump that to 10%. So we just got 10% across board. Actually, I'm going to put it on my to-do list. But you can see right here, Tamiya's got good accessories for the interior of the car. Jawa's got a really good phone holder, and Tesloid is a recent partner of the channel because we gave away all weather formats, and I want to do it again. So I've asked them if we could do it again. Hopefully they got good response from the last one, but check out the websites and discount codes on the screen. The new red paint costs were released in Europe for $3,200. Jeez, that's crazy. Misty, welcome back. Haven't seen you in a bit. Thanks for jumping in. I feel slighted for sure. Yeah, anybody that paid a higher price, including me, kind of technically, right? I bought a standard all-wheel drive inventory Model Y 2 weeks ago. My delivery date was February to March 23rd, but the delivery date disappeared. Should I be worried about missing the March deadline? Well, from what we've heard recently is that March deadline might get pushed to the 31st, and so I wouldn't be too worried, but yeah, who knows? Model X for $79,999, waiting for it. Yeah, coming soon. I mean, how much more do we need to go? How much more discount do we need to go to get to that type of pricing? What 15,000. So we need a 30K off Tesla Model X. I mean, if they do a 10K drop, then it's only what, 15K more? Edward Liu modified my order from Model Y long range to Model YP with white seats and got message next day for a VIN to be signed within 2 weeks, located in Tampa, Florida. Nice. Thanks for coming in and dropping that. It seems like changing to Model Y Performance and or changing to induction rims might actually work. And actually, I need to. So there seems to be there's another strategy out there that might work for everybody. Let's see. How do I phrase? Whoops! I thought I removed this. Oh, whoops! I did the wrong one. Let me write down the idea. Let's see. ED. I guess it's another EDD hack, and it seems like a lot of people like the last EDD hack. So we'll talk about this next EDD hack after we go run through some of these more comments. Okay, got teased today. Tesla texted me. I thought I should get a VIN in the next 2 weeks. Thought that VIN was it. Need the VIN before 3.6 TCFU. Well, actually, maybe we'll just go right into the ED hack because that might actually help you, okay? And we're all about, but I don't really have anything to show. Actually, I do. Okay, so let's queue up the whole thing. Let's see here. Did that work? marker. Okay. Thanks for watching another stream. Thanks for watching another video. Today, we're going to get into another EDD hack. So estimated delivery date hack, how to bump up your order. And it seems like someone has sent me this through the Instagram. It seems like it worked for them. So take it with a grain of salt, but it seems to make a lot of sense and is pretty valid. So I'm going to talk about it and I want to know your thoughts. Did you actually try this? Have you tried this? Have you thought about it? And maybe if you're quick enough, it might actually work enough as well for you. So if you're just joining in, my name is Dennis. I love talking about Tesla hacking, as I like to call it, but basically just getting the best deal on your Tesla at the best possible price, or just getting really good financing on your Tesla. So if you're interested in any of that, please hit that subscribe. And today's video is actually sponsored by my Patreon link down below in the description, where you can receive some benefits, but more on that later. All right, so let's take a look at this. Shout out to Look for sending me this. He was actually the floor mat giveaway winner from we announced it yesterday on stream. We did the random thing with the Instagram comment, but basically he actually sent me this. And so here's the hack. What he did was, or what they did, I think it was he, yeah. What he did was he stalked waiting for Tesla sites and all these different sites just like this. But what he did was he looked to see and find when a Model Y, because his vehicle is a Model Y, once a Model Y became available in his area, and let's say his order was something else, what he did was he quickly went into his mobile app. He went into the app for Tesla.com. He clicked manage, then it brought him to the online portal. Then he clicked edit design, and then he changed his order to a vehicle that was in stock within his location. So if you're in Leslie, Iowa, or Pleasanton Grove, Utah, or Aurora, Colorado, you can potentially change your order to match the configuration of this one that's showing on the screen. And if you're quick enough, and of course, if the vehicle doesn't disappear in time, then potentially Tesla system, this algorithmic system, would be able to match you up quickly and lock you down with this specific VIN out there. Of course, it doesn't seem like this is much risk, right? Because you can quickly change it within the app, and as long as the base price book is still the same, then you have really nothing to lose. But if you do have a lower price, just be mindful of that, and so you don't want to pay the higher price. But at the same time, like, what if that higher price is $2,000 more, but you insure delivery by the end of this month, ensuring a $7,500 federal tax credit, because we don't know when that's going to change? That that might be worth it, depending on the price increases and all that stuff. But he was able to do that. It matched him to the inventory, and on top of that, he said, this let me keep my base price from when they ordered. And so after Tesla linked it to the account, the car was assigned to the VIN was assigned to his account within 2 minutes. So take that strategy for whatever it's worth. See if you can try it, see if that works for you, and let me know if that's going to work for you. And it seems to make sense, right? Because if the inventory car is out there and it's not assigned to anybody else, there's a good chance if you switch it to exactly how it is on the screen, to one matching into your area, it might actually work out for you. So, okay, that might be something you want to try. Like, well, actually, you already have a VIN. So maybe no. Well, no, you don't have a VIN yet. You have a VIN in the next 2 weeks. So it might be worth it. Cause like maybe if this build is not exactly what you want, but you can get it a lot quicker, then, it certainly would be a lot more value instead of losing out, because we have no idea on this federal tax credit. We have no idea like when this is going to change. All it says is may change during March. So it could be March 1st. It could be pushed out for months. We really have no idea. Maybe we'll hear more at Tesla Investor Day on the March 1st as well, or maybe we won't. So definitely some pretty interesting stuff. Let me know what your thoughts on it. Have you tried it? Did it actually work for you? But here's another EDD hack that we can put out there. And maybe if that starts to happen, we'll see all these Tesla Model Ys just disappear quickly. We've got 27 on the website right now, and still 27. And the weird thing is these are all long ranges, which I feel like there's a lot of people with long range orders out there, or maybe not. But definitely some pretty interesting stuff. Let me know your thoughts on it. Let me know if it worked for you. But before we get back into the chats, into the live comments, because that's the benefit of the stream, this video is actually sponsored by my Patreon link. Down below in the description, there's a Patreon link where you can support the channel, and there's a variety of benefits, but some of them include actually scheduling a call with me. We can ask me any questions about buying a Tesla, selling Tesla, and financing Tesla. And after you schedule the call, after you join the Patreon, you get a link to my buying guide, which has links to all the resources I use to get the best possible deal at the best possible price, including credit unions and financing banks on that list have interest rates as low as 3.2% to 4% from 60 to 80 months. So definitely check out if you're interested. Link down below in the description. Water break. All right, let's get back to the comments. Still no text about VIN. Why is it taking so long? Yeah, it's a moving target, especially where depending on where you're located as well. Placed my Model Y order on January 18th, and the date updated early this week to March 31st. Is that a good thing? And when will the VIN be assigned? EDDs change like very easily, so I wouldn't really put any weight on EDDs changing up or down. It could easily change back quickly. Ordered 118, Christopher Walken. Thanks for coming in, Christopher Walken. I ordered 118 due to pick up my Model Y long range on Friday 3/3 blue white. Ooh, so are you worried about this tax credit potentially changing? Has anyone tried to negotiate a demo Model X lately? I chat with them, but they would not negotiate. Not sure if store manager can. Funny story about that. I had someone I was talking to, and they actually went into a Tesla store in December. So December, it's completely different time. They were able to negotiate with the Model X. It was like a 130 build at the time. It had full self-driving and all that. No, it didn't have full self-driving. It was a 130 build at the time, and he was able to get it down to 113. I don't know the exact deal on that, but my recommendation, it's worth a shot, right? Worth the shot going to the local store and seeing what they can do for you. Because especially now we know that, you know what? Maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll drop by the local Tesla store and be like, hey, what's up? I want to buy another one. Let's see what deal you can get me. Let me know how it goes, Vincent, if you try that. Picking up my Model 3 rear-wheel drive tomorrow, but sad to miss March discounts. Yeah, well, sad to miss March discounts? You think it's going to discount even more? Oh, it's possible. It's possible. Who knows? Are you really Outdoor Chef Light's cousin, Ella? No, I was just messing. I am not. But yeah, he does look, or I look, or I look like him, or vice versa. That's kind of funny that you did that. I posted that. It was hilarious because I definitely went to his channel, watched a couple videos, like, oh shit, that's kind of funny. How do I change my order from long range to performance? I think you do it via the app or call Tesla or text them. I have ETA March 28th to 31st right now for a white LR. I'm thinking about switching to performance in hopes of a quicker delivery date. Or, check on waitingfortesla.com, see which one of these are available in your area and switch your order to one of these and see if that actually switches you. Got mine. Driving is fun again. Nice. Congrats. Congrats on your Tesla. Pick out Model Y performance tomorrow. Love it, love it. Congrats to you as well. Congrats to everybody that's picked one up. Discount codes right here on the screen. Tamai, Jawa, Tesloid, 5 to 10% off. I'm gonna quickly show that, and then it's gone. Get ready to own the road. Yeah, exactly. Picking up Model Y performance tomorrow. Can't wait. Love it, love it. And the one thing I do say, for anyone that's picking up a Tesla, I've said this multiple times on the channel before, Tesla is not a luxury car, so don't expect a luxury quality. It is, however, a luxury technology car, and so the technology is superior. But I say all Teslas have paint issues, and all Teslas have build quality issues. So just be aware about that. Anthony, do you think the new cameras will be coming to the Model Y this year? Yeah, for sure. Like Q2, Q3, some sort of time. That's a lot of work. You could just put the deposit down on the one in inventory. They would still honor your price and you pay the difference if any options are different than your OG order. That's true, actually. Yeah, you could just do that too. I'm taking delivery on 228, paying $3K extra for EV tax credit. Taking delivery with 20-inch and tow hitch, also risking 4.0 announcement. Yeah, that's literally one day before Investor Day. But at the end of the day, you're going to get it. You're going to enjoy it. It is what it is. Hindsight's 2020. And then you can always get it on the next Tesla. No performance have been available in New York since the end of January. Yeah, that's true. I've only seen long ranges and standard ranges, never seen any performances. Do you think Tesla will ever make a Model 3 Plaid? I don't think so. They've already got a performance. There's really no need. CVRP needs to increase the income limit. Inflation. Yeah, I've heard people write their city council or council members or whatever and try and get those programs changed. So, it's worth a shot. Dennis, do you think the Model Y will be receiving new cameras this year like the Model S and X? I guess we'll find out on Wednesday. Yeah, we'll find out on Wednesday. But yeah, for sure, it will at some point. But we just don't know exactly when. I ordered 2 weeks ago, but haven't started my task. If Tesla will cancel my order, I got a VIN saying they can't sign VIN if I don't start the task. I'm trying to delay a few months. Yeah, if you're trying to delay, don't do any of that then. No point. But just careful, don't let them cancel. all the inventory is subject to a certain states. For example, if the car is in Ohio, you have to register in surrounding states. Yeah, for sure. I found the Tesla YouTube channel and found out time for investor call. Yeah, exactly. And so thank you for Happy Little Hippo for coming in, because I know you've been asking for sure. We're going to jump into that next topic, and so we can show everybody at the same time. But let's cue up the marker here. All right, so thanks for watching another stream. Thanks for watching another video. Today, in this next topic, we're going to talk about Tesla Investor Day, and we've got more details on it. Thank you to shout out to Happy Hippo for dropping in and dropping the comment about Tesla Investor Day. And I'm going to show you exactly where to actually subscribe, follow along, because Tesla Investor Day seems like there's going to be a lot of hype coming up for it. Elon is supposed to announce something that is going to change the game, like always, right, with Tesla. But we're going to find out a lot of things that are still pending on the dates or pending on the queue. But if you're just joining in, my name is Dennis. I love talking about Tesla hacking, as I like to call it, but basically just getting the best deal on a Tesla at the best possible price, or just getting really good financing on your Tesla. So if you're interested in any of that, please hit that subscribe. And today's video is actually sponsored by my Patreon link down below in the description, but more on that later. All right, so let us take a look at this. So to actually find out when it's actually coming out, it is on the YouTube page. But shout out to Tesla Chan. That's where I saw about 30 minutes ago. He actually found it first on the YouTube page and he posted it out. And of course, I can't read any of this, but I knew exactly what he was talking about, or they were talking about. And so here it is. If you go to Tesla's official YouTube channel, because there are a lot of fake ones out there, be very careful of that. It looks like Tesla will be going out on live at 1 p.m. PST, or I guess 4 p.m. EST, Eastern time, on Tesla's YouTube channel. But the one thing to be mindful of this is Tesla is almost always late to their live streams, at least 20 to 40 minutes late. So be aware of that, but you can hit the notification on, you can subscribe. And so there's a lot of stuff that could be, it could be announced. And the main thing is that all they've given us is that they're going to talk about their long-term expansion plans, Generation 3 platform, which could be a $25,000 Tesla, maybe capital allocation, how they're going to spend their money, and then other subjects to the leadership team. But what we want to know is, of course, what's going to be going on with the $7,500 tax credit, among other things as well. But we probably won't know anything about that. But definitely some pretty interesting stuff coming with Tesla Investor Day. So let me know what you are excited about Tesla Investor Day. Like, drop it in the comments, in the chats, everywhere, because we want to see like what is going on. But make sure to only follow this Tesla account. There's a lot of fake ones that look exactly just like this one, but this one has 2.34. It's got this verified check on it as well. So definitely check it out. But also shout out to Happy Hippo for dropping that comment, because that lined us up for this topic on Tesla Investor Day in Giga, Texas. And I asked for an invite. I went on the Twitters and I asked, but of course I'm banned from buying Tesla, so I'm not going to get one. But I still haven't even been to Austin, Texas either. So that's on the bucket list to go check out in Austin, Texas. But thanks for watching this topic so far. We're gonna get back into the live stream talk comments. But before we do that, this video is actually sponsored by my Patreon link. Down in the description is the Patreon link, so definitely check it out if you want to support the channel. I got a last minute surprise of my final payment tax going up by 1,000 after withdrawing my trade-in. I found out 24 states will reduce your tax by trade-in, just FYI. Yes. It's actually kind of a nice benefit, but you basically, in those states, you only pay the difference between your vehicle and the new vehicle in terms of paying the tax on the difference. It's actually really nice. Just recently picked up my Model Y long range. Do you have any recommendations for ceramic coating in Seattle area? So the brand that I really like is Geon. And what's really cool with Geon is I've used it 3 times now. There's actually like a distributor or installation. I think it's this one right here, network, where you can actually search where you're at, and it will give you recommendations on who actually uses Geon, and then you can line it up and all that stuff. So that's what I actually recommend for ceramic. But if you're just joining in, we've ran through a variety of topics, but I know the thumbnail says $10,000 off. Tesla has been sending out a $10,000 off notice. Well, really actually $12,000 off on their Model S and X. So they seem to be having a tough time potentially selling these vehicles. We've never, haven't seen this type of strategy, especially Tesla highlighting demo vehicles. They usually never do this unsolicited, right? Usually you have to, for me at least, I always have to like pry and ask them. They don't offer it off of the cuff like this. But and then here's another one, another similar example coming from the Tesla Central Text Hotline of all these prices, and right here, $5,000 to $15,000 off Model S's and Model X's. So, maybe this will happen one day to the Model 3 and Model Y later this year, right? Who knows? Will the prices Model Y increase anytime soon? I think so, especially if the tax credit is here to stay. Then for sure. What's the best rate you can get in Texas? Well, actually, Texas, I think we got one on the list that's like, I want to say like 4%. But actually, most of the credit unions are statewide or nationwide. So Patreon link down below in the description. Can I change the color? Will that affect anything? It could potentially move it back, especially if you pick a color like red, like very expensive and not highly produced. But the best way to look at it is kind of just look at what they have here, right? We've got a lot of grays, blues, blacks. Well, of course I said red, right? And then there's like 5 reds here. But white is also produced a lot, but I feel like a lot of people have white Model Y orders. And so that's why we don't see any here, because they already got matched up to their account. So not sure. They're fake when they have QR codes everywhere. Yeah, it's unfortunate that they try and do that. Thank you, Leonardo. Thanks for the super chat. Thanks for supporting, and thanks for hitting the like button. Thanks for jumping in and dropping the comments. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Those who didn't get higher resolution camera, wouldn't this be easy retrofit? Possibly. Do you think they will announce Giga Mexico? Did they already? I thought that was already like a thing. Hardware 4. Exactly. Fake scam channel. No, this one is real. This one is actually legit, right? But I bet all those other fake ones have already got this loaded up. That's for sure. Let's see what else. Ordered Model Y on 7-seater, but didn't like the third row and rejected it. Picked up inventory, which is 5-seater. Any suggestion to get 5-seater before 331 or 31? Switch to one of these. Find one that's local to you. Go to waitingfortesla.com. You could order it and then try and ask Tesla to match it or refund you or whatever. But I think either way, I actually don't know which one's clear cut. And or switch your order to one of these, and then hopefully pray that the Tesla system will lock you up and put you through it. I've been watching DennisCW every day for now 6 weeks. Holy crap. And I've been streaming every day for 6 weeks plus as well. So thank you for joining in, John. Thanks for the support. Thanks for all that. Means a lot for sure. What's the best credit union in Seattle? Also, if H-1B visa holders eligible. That's a tough one, because I don't know how I would research that, because H-1B one is like the non-citizen, all that stuff, where I don't know if it is a citizen. It's tough to find banks that, I guess I could just call all of them and ask them, right? Actually, maybe I'll do that. Do you think Tesla is discounting the Model X and S so drastically because they will announce a hardware 4 on investor or because of the end of quarter? That's a good question. I think a little bit of both. Or maybe we'll start to see, that would be interesting, right? Like what if Investor Day rolls out? It's going to be widely known that Model S and X have hardware 4.0 with the cameras and all that jazz. And then Tesla, with their 400 vehicles in inventory, they ramp up the discount even more. That would be pretty interesting. Do you think the 2023 Y in Model 3 has the hardware 4.0 just been kept on the down low? We know that the cameras, or we don't know. We've heard that the cameras are hardware 4 compliant, I guess. But don't know if we don't know much on anything more than that. But we'll know soon. March 1st. I'm planning to get the Model 3 long range on leasing and do Uber in free time, so the car will pay itself. Let's go. Well, I would recommend do not get the long range then, because the lease deal for the long range is I think it's like 5 to 6%. I'd rather you get the standard range. I know it's lower range, but it's like a 1.72% interest rate on that instead. And if you still want to do that, I would say just go through financing partners like Tenet down below in the description is a Tenet link, because Tenet allows you to defer the $7,500 tax credit to next year, which then would generate a low monthly payment. This makes a lot of sense for Uber drivers, because I know you want, I guess, more rolling capital instead of, if there's like a low month or whatever. And so, a lower monthly payment would put more pocket money into your pocket, because you can defer it, or and then months that you hit it out of the park and generate more Uber money, more money, you can then put it to your loan payment instead. So I would say do Tenet instead. Shout out to Tenet below for sponsoring this video or many videos on the channel. And check out Tenet down below in the description if you're looking to do this sort of strategy as well. So Tesla trying to liquidate inventory for new models. For sure, for sure. I'm H1B, not eligible. Which banks or what credit unions have you called? I'm just curious. Or which banks are you going through? I feel like you just have to go through Tesla at the end of the day. Does Tesla price match APR? Also, if I use CVRP with my personal name in 2021, can I use it again with my S Corp? Does Tesla price match HPR? Unfortunately, not anymore. They used to. They don't do that anymore. If you use a CVRP with personal name in 2021, I'm not actually too sure. I think it's tied to driver's license. I don't think it's tied to S Corp like that. So I would say no. But there also was a time, like I think it's 2019, where they put the reset button for everybody. But I don't know if that actually works in your situation. Do you think that 3 and Y are getting the 17-inch screen from the S? Possible. That could be. I could see that happening. But maybe on the refresh, maybe not exactly right now. My Model Y long range with white interior, estimated delivery date is March 5 through 31. What's the likelihood of Tesla sticking to this EDD? What do recent experiences say? EDDs are a moving target. We've got a EDD hack right now that you could potentially use to pump up that order. Video coming out on the channel very soon. If you missed it, it's basically switching your order to whatever matches eligible inventory out there, and crossing your fingers for the Tesla algorithm to bless you. All right, we've got one more topic. And this is going to be an interesting one. I think a lot of you that are in the chat right now that are pending, you're going to want to stick around, pending for a delivery. You're going to want to stick out for this one. But it's like good and bad. I guess good and bad. What are the best credit unions for Texas? Well, there's a lot. There's 6 on my list. All of them are eligible for Texas, and there's plenty of videos on the channel where you can sift through those on where I give the information for free. And there's probably going to be, I think this Friday, we're going to do it. I'm going to talk with Jason and see if we can do a giveaway for the tint. Jason is OC Tint Solutions. And we'll probably tie that with a financing video, because those always seem to do the best. Probably that's slated for this Friday. So definitely hit that subscribe if you want to get those notifications of that financing video. But if you don't want to do any of that, Patreon link down below in the description, where you get access to my list, and it's an automated system where once you join, you get it sent directly to you for the best financing, leasing. Oh no, sorry, not leasing, financing rates. I just want to make sure it wasn't like asking for a praise for our son Raider Andrew Rogers, 8 months old, has had multiple heart surgeries in the back. Sorry to hear. Yeah, thoughts and prayers for sure. Sorry about that. Yes, I paid $30 to join credit union and they didn't accept me. Tried another credit union and most likely will have to allow duration for 1 year of the state driver's license. Ooh, at $30, then I would say ask for the refund back. If that's Tower Federal, I've heard Tower will give you that money right back. There were never this many commercials before. What happened? YouTube algorithm. Why do you think the Model Y P has different sizes front to back and the Model 3 P doesn't? I think the Model 3 Performance tires rims, or let's start with the Model Y. Model Y Performance are staggered, so the front ones are smaller than the back ones. Back ones are wider, but the Model 3 Performance is square setup, so they're the same width all front and back. All right, last topic. Welcome back to the stream. Welcome back to another video. Today, we're going to get into a credit union that I found that has a 1% financing rate actually eligible for vehicles, which when I found it, when I saw it, actually it was a Patreon member sent it to me yesterday, last night after you scheduled a call with me. And I was like, well, that actually looks legit. I took a look at it some more, and it's very easy to join this credit and to actually get a 1% auto loan financing in this market, in this type of economy and all that on your vehicle. That's absolutely insane. And on top of that, I'm looking at this right now. It says no payments for 90 days on top of that. This doesn't make any sense at all to me. Of course, we'll take a look at it. I'll show you, and I'll show you exactly on how to join it and use it for your Tesla or other vehicle out there, whatever. But we will definitely take a look at it. But if you're just joining in, my name is Dennis. I love talking about Tesla hacking, as I like to call it, but basically just getting the best deal on a Tesla at the best possible price, or just getting really good financing on your Tesla. So if you're interested in any of that, please hit that subscribe. And today's video is actually sponsored by my Patreon link down below in the description if you want to support the channel, but more on that later. And so let's take a look at this. Okay, you just completely got it, but right here it is. Southeast Financial Credit Union has 1% on new vehicles and used vehicles for a 1-year loan. I know that's typically not what you would want to do, right? Unless you've just got cash, you were going to pay cash anyway, but you'd rather keep that cash for 1%, because even cash in a bank right now can get at least 3.5% savings to 4% on top of that. So you can kind of do some arbitrage right there and save some money. And on top of that, there's no payments for 90 days. That's absolutely insane. I mean, the interest rates, they do start to go up as you go up in years. But even a 4% at 4-year rate, that's also like really not, it's still better than Tesla financing. It's still better than Tesla financing rates. But let's see, 4 years times, I can't do math like that, but 4 years times 12, that's a 48th month term. 5 years at 5%, that's still better than Tesla financing, because Tesla financing is what, 5.44%. Let's just double check that really quick, because they like to do some funny stuff with they like to increase it random times. So yeah, still 5.44% from Tesla financing, and you can still beat that on a 5-year loan right here. I mean, it's a little bit of savings, and arguably might not be worth the trouble to do that. But going from 5% or going from 5.44% to 5% for 5 years, a 60-month term, it's right here around the screen for you. But 2%, 2 years is still a decent time. 3% for 3 years, if you can swing the payments, if you can swing all that, that could make sense as well. And here's exactly how to join. This is the eligibility how to join page for Southeast Financial Credit Union. It's really easy. If you're in one of these organizations, congrats to you. You don't have to spend any sort of money. But if you're not, all you have to do is join Autism Tennessee, a qualifying organization. And all it is a one-time donation of $5 to this application process. So, I mean, this might be worth it depending on some people. But at the end of the day, like a 1% APR, I haven't seen it for a bit. I mean, not even 2% I haven't seen it for a bit. So, definitely some pretty interesting stuff out there. But yeah, I mean, you could run the payment, I guess. Auto loan discount. Let's just do a 2-year loan, right? So we'll do, I mean, what, $60,000. Well, we did this yesterday. A Model Y out the door standard range out was a $58,000, 1% interest rate, $1 down, no sales tax, because sales tax is already looped in at the top there. And so that would mean a monthly payment of $5,000 a month. That's for sure. But I mean, this might be worth it if you've got the cash sitting in your bank right now and you'd rather earn interest on it instead of giving it to Tesla. This might actually make a ton of sense for you. Or even going to like 2 years, 2%. That's still a little bit of interest saved or interest gained, I guess, or whatever. It still could be worth it. I mean, depending on if you need the cash for something else or your investments or whatever, get a little bit higher than that. But definitely some pretty interesting stuff. Shout out to the person yesterday that showed me this. It was actually Ilau. Sorry if I messed it up, but shout out to Ilau for sending me this. Southeast Corridor Financial Unit. 1% actually exists at the moment. So let me know if you start the application with them, and let me know on your experience, and let me know if this actually works for your situation, this 1 to 2% at the end of the day. But we're going to jump back into the comments into the live stream. But before we do that, this video is actually sponsored by my Patreon link. Down below in the description, there's a Patreon link where you can support the channel, and there's a variety variety of benefits, but some of them include actually scheduling a call with me. We can ask me any questions about buying a Tesla, selling a Tesla, or even financing a Tesla. And after you join the Patreon, you get a link to my buying guide, which has 6 to 7 credit unions and banks on that list that have interest rates and financing rates all lower than Tesla financing at 5.44%, from as low as 3.2% to 4% from 60 to 80 months. So definitely check out if you're interested. Link down below in the description, the Patreon link, if you want to support the channel as well. All right. Does the Model Y long range have premium sound system? I think they all do, right? What's the used value of Model Y per auction data? Let's check it out. I haven't checked that out in a while. I think it's last time we checked it was like a week ago. It was still holding. Still holding in price. I'm just logging in right now. Yeah, it was still holding in price. It already did a massive drop, but I think right now used car market is going to start going up, or at least stable. What is going on there? There's snow on that one. It's going to stabilize. Okay, so Model Y, we got 2022 Model Y long range right here. 48, 44, 40, 48, 12,000 miles, 50,000, whoa, 38 with 6,800. Well, that has a bad condition, 3.2. But yeah, it seems to have stabilized. And what really doesn't make any sense to me is, right, 2022 Model Y long range is $54,000 brand new. Like, of course, there's fees and all that stuff, but then $7,500 tax credit. Like, the dealer's buying this. Like, I guess they just don't know about the $7,500 tax credit. No idea. No idea. If you're just joining in, welcome. The topic of the thumbnail and the stream was that Tesla is sending out $10,000 discounts on the Model S and X via text, and actually anywhere from $5,000 to $15,000. We've known this for a while, that the Model S and X are on clearance. Tesla just seems to have a hard time selling these vehicles right now for some reason. And if you're in the market for one, it might get even lower and lower. That's for sure. It seems like there's a lot of long ranges in inventory right now, which is kind of weird. Whoop. Oh. I have a Model Y performance estimated 815 to 8 to 15. If the 7,500 tax rate is held beyond this date, then I'm thinking about it may be worthwhile to push off delivery in hopes of hardware 4.0. Yeah, could make sense. How do we get $10,000 off? Buy a Model S or X. My go-to channel every day. Thank you, CE user. 1% at 12 months. Yeah, exactly. What's the paper like 12 months? Yeah, 4,800. Loan rates of Tesla is not cheap. Better look elsewhere. Yeah. Dennis, is the 10K off on top of the already discounted demo Model X? No, it's not on top. But, Vincent, like, I would say go to a store and try and negotiate. You never know. You never know. It doesn't hurt to ask, right? Well, at least it costs money and gas or electricity to drive to a store, but you never know. You never know. I've yet to see a Tesla order whose EDD never got moved at a later date. Yeah, EDDs move like, I want to say candy, but that doesn't make sense. Just move like crazy. Just got here. I went to a Tesla today and they tried to get an update on my EDD. They told me the car is still in production. Weird because it said February 15th build date. Yeah. I like that. Do you have a VIN yet? I can't remember. Can you out of state apply for Southeast? Don't see why not. I don't think it says anything on that. Let's see. Yeah, don't see why not. Taking delivery of Model Y Performance in a couple days, contemplating PPF. I do a lot of power during, but skeptical to spend the extra money. Got a quote for $1,850 full front. Thoughts? Well, actually, we have a video on that. If you're interested on my thoughts on PPF, made a full video about it. I think it's really only worth it for certain people that kind of what you described, drive a lot and own the car for a certain period of time, but definitely check it out. We talked about it, and there's probably people in the comments in there talking about it back and forth on whether it's worth it. But TLDR is if you drive a lot, if you own the car a long time, could be worth it. 3 ads in 5-minute period. Wow, YouTube. Yeah. I want to say ads, ad rates are going up, or ads are going up, because they pulled, advertisers pulled probably back a lot in January, as they usually do, because no one's buying stuff. But hopefully it starts to go up for as we get to the I mean, who knows? I tried to get more info from them about the tax rep, but they did not say anything new. Yeah, unfortunately, Tesla reps don't really know much about that. So yeah, I want to say thanks for all the info you put out for us. I got a 2022 Model 3 long range for $41,000. Finance with Tenet, way lower compared to the deal rates. Keep up the great work. Thank you again. No, congrats. Nice. Thank you for that. Thanks for coming in. Enjoy your Tesla. Enjoying good health. And congrats on your 2022 Model 3 long range 41K. Not bad actually. I can dig that. Can you do a loan calculator for a Tesla Model 3 black interior with white interior? What will my monthly payments be with 0 down? Model 3 standard range or long range, because that can really vary, but I would say 500. How much better is the sound system in the Model 3 Plaid versus the Model 3 Performance? I haven't even test driven one on the Model S, but the Model 3 Performance wasn't as good I'd hope for bass. Model S, it's going to be probably similar, but the one thing that the Model S has is like sound dampering and like cancellation or something, so it might actually change on that side. Do you know when someone should get a title for Tesla once you take delivery? So yes, if you are financing the vehicle, usually you never get the title. Some states will issue a title with a lien on it. But now I think a lot of states are moving to like digital title. So for instance, in California, you actually never get the title, the lien title or whatever. You only get the title if the loan is actually paid off, and then the title gets sent to you without the lien on it. But for New York, it could be a digital one, but who knows? I ain't supporting annoying ads, YouTube. Yeah. Surprise, surprise. You know that they are having a hard time selling the Model X and S. Yeah, for sure. For sure. I have a VIN Austin build. Nice. Congrats. So yeah, then that is weird. Like, why is it taking so long? That should be quick. How to check build date of Tesla Model Y based upon VIN? Usually it's on the car, I think, but actually no idea. I have a Model Y picked up Canada on March 3rd. Fremont bet how to check the production date of it. It should be like maybe in the door jam. There's stickers there. Check it there. If you love cars, if you don't care about the look of the cars and only see it as a vehicle to get from point A to B, then no need to pay extras. It's like buying the expensive Tesla key fob. Yeah, I mean, because really, like, is the next owner gonna care? And or like you could just pay a detailer to make it look good, like get all the scratches out, whatever, and then it's perfectly fine. 2023 standard range purchase price on Tesla website shows 47,130. Yeah, so I mean, we could just so that probably doesn't factor in taxes. So depending on where you're at, 5 to 7%. So 47,130 times 1.05, that gives you an out the door of around 49,486. Are you eligible for the tax credit? If you are, then you could use financing partners like Tenet to defer that and still have that even lower monthly payment. But shout out to Tenet for sponsoring. But if you aren't, then we'll just do it at 49,486. Most likely you're gonna do 72 months. Actually, most likely most people are, because we did a poll on the channel. Let's go check on it, because I did a poll and I asked what financing term do most people do, and we got 1,000 votes. So did you finance or plan to finance your Tesla? What term did you pick? 8% under 59 months, 21% said 60 months, but a staggering almost 50% said 72 months, and then 8% said 84 months. So pretty interesting. Most people go for a 72-month term. So we'll go with 72 months. And I think right now, the lowest rate that we've got, actually, we can check. Let me just check my handy dandy buying guide for a 72-month term. Actually, I know what it is. 3.95% for actually 84 months. Down payment one, blah, blah, blah. And drum roll, $773 a month for a brand new Tesla Model 3 standard range without the tax credit factored in. And yeah, that's it. And with like 7% tax, so which is like an average between all the different states. Troll, you missed it. We actually just showed a 1% financing rate. I know you've been chomping at the bit for sure to get the latest and greatest financing rates. We showed a 1% financing rate. Of course, we're going to clip it and the video will be coming out tomorrow, but a 1% auto financing rate does exist. So definitely check it out on the channel and hit the subscribe and all that stuff, or just scroll back and go back in time. But yeah, water break. Wow, that is not cheap. Yeah, Certainly isn't. I mean, car payments, especially Tesla car payments, or I would just say car payments in general, are not cheap. Not cheap at all. We also did another poll yesterday. Would you change your Model Y to include $2,000 induction rims if it bumped your order within 2 weeks? 30% said yeah, 40% said no, and 15% said I'd rather get a Model Y Performance. So I mean, it's a good point. Like within $2,000 of if you do an induction, it's another 2,000 for Model Y Performance. Kind of would just make sense to just get the Performance. More ads on YouTube because his channel's popularity is growing. That's a good point too. Yeah, YouTube wants to help me out, I guess. $700 a month, then add the insurance. It's not a cheap car. Yeah, 100%. Because Tesla average, what, for insurance, $150 a month. That means you're at $920 a month. I mean, granted, no maintenance, no oil changes, and anything like that. But yeah, it really has to make sense at the end of the day. I've a February 28th delivery scheduled for Model Y 53K price, so I cancel and wait for hardware 4.0. It's kind of funny, right? We've got two people in the camp out here in the Tesla pending order ecosphere camp. We've got people that don't have a VIN and want a VIN so they can take delivery of the $7,500 tax credit of their Tesla Model 3 and Model Y. And then we've got other people that have a VIN, have a scheduled delivery day, and they're thinking, should I push off because of hardware 4.0? It's funny, like if only like those people would connect and be like, let's just swap or something. But should you delay? Should you cancel? I don't want to say the wrong thing, and because what if March 1st comes around and all Model 3s and Model Ys that were produced from March 15th all get hardware 4.0. It's really from what I feel like. I'm always of the just take it. There's always going to be something better coming out with Tesla. You can never time buying the right Tesla or getting the right deal. Just buy it, enjoy it in good health. There's always going to be something better. And if hardware 4.0 comes out, I mean, really, it's based upon like what autopilot and full self driving. And so, if you use those systems 100% of the time, then of course hardware 4.0 would make a lot of sense. But if not, then Tesla Autopilot right now is still really, really, really good as it currently sits. I mean, yes, there's phantom braking, but you get used to it, which is kind of bad for me to say, but yeah, it's actually bad. If Tesla announced new Model 3 Model Y on March 1st, I cancel our delivery for March. Well, then it would really just figure out which one are you getting. No risk aside, +1. Thank you. Financing is still pending, still on Plaid. Check didn't get sent out yet. What if March 1st get another 10K off? Oof. Yeah, potentially they could definitely go there. It depends on your budget needs. Yeah, it could make sense, right? Like 773, I get it. Expensive. But if you're someone that has a diesel truck, spending $300, $400, $500 in gas already, of course, it's not the same exact type of car, tomato, oranges to apples, but you could be saving money there. If you're driving a lot, could be saving money there. If you've got like I just spoke to someone recently that had a really old, I think, Nissan vehicle that was transmission was about to go and they had to spend like $3,000 to $4,000 on the fix and oil changes and all that stuff. Like if you're facing that bill versus getting a new Tesla, of course, then a Tesla could make sense. But really how to compare is you got to compare this versus like Model 3 versus other types of vehicles out there, right? Like the competitors. And so Model 3, I would compare that, I would say like a Toyota Camry. I mean, hot take. It kind of, Toyota Camrys are nice, like interior wise and all that stuff, but and it's more. But let's say you got a Camry hybrid at $28,000. Of course, there's markup on this potentially. So let's say $5,000 markup. So it's really kind of the same thing, right? But so let's say it's a $33,000 build with taxes, everything like $38,000. So you're $773 for a Model 3 versus a Toyota Camry at $600, but you're definitely going to be spending more than $200 to $300 in gas. It's probably basically the same actually, because 772 minus $593 is $179 a month difference. So Camry, of course, you'd be filling $180 in gas versus Model 3, you'd still be paying electricity. So if you're going to the supercharger, you're not going to save any sort of money at all because supercharging is expensive, anywhere from $20 to $30 each time you go. But if you're charging at home, maybe you might save. It's actually like very, very, very similar. You're not going to really save any sort of money at all. But yeah, could make sense. I was paying $300 to $400 a month in gas. Tesla insurance is less for my Tesla as well. Yeah, I mean, some vehicles, it could make sense depending on the situation. It's really could make sense. I'm thinking of changing my Model Y long range for performance, but then I remember all the potholes I got created with all this rain in Cali. Yeah, that's a very, very good point. That's for sure. That's why when I had my performance, I switched it from the 21-inch rims to the 20s. I swapped it with someone local, and because you want more meat on the tires. If you want savings, take delivery. If you don't care about savings and prefer a car with newer tech, then delay delivery. That car is the best given to the one who really wants it. Yeah, 100% CEOs are very well put. I would say potholes are everywhere in California. Yeah, and actually, pro tip, I'm pretty sure, like if you get run into a pothole and it damages the car or whatever, you can actually file with the city to pay for your fix. There's probably a process. I don't know like the exact process in California or anywhere in, but it's usually how it works if your car is damaged. How long do vinyl wraps last? I ordered the blue Model Y Pre, but thinking later down the line I might want to change the color. Model Y Performance in blue is sick. I would just say just get a Geon ceramic coated, get it paint corrected. It'll look really, really, really good. And let's see, I'm sure we did a video on that, right? DennisCW Model Y ceramic. Look at that. Look how blue that looks. Check out that video. Geon, the ceramic, and all that stuff. We actually didn't go to 24K shine for this video, but I would 100% go to 24K shine in Anaheim. We did my Model Y in 24K shine, and it really, really makes a difference, I would say. And he does a lot of Teslas. Shout out to Andre, owner. And when you inquire with him, ask for the Dennis YouTube deal. He'll hook it up. Dennis, what made you decide to go X over S? Well, actually, we have had the S as well. We had the S pretty recently, but I guess the question is, why didn't I do another S? I just want to try, I guess, another latest thing. So we've actually completed Sexy. I haven't updated this because the video hasn't came out yet. But, I know we need to make the updated video. All the footage is filmed. I just need to edit it. I think the S and the X are not selling because of all the new options by Mercedes, Audi, Porsche. All those customers want tech and luxury build. That's a very good point. Yeah, I think Tesla will need to drop the price. That's for sure. Model 3 doesn't compare with Camry. It's more of a size of a Corolla. Yeah, so maybe even Camry or Corolla hybrid. Then I came from Bimmer and Lexus. Lexus, no comparison. Tech sucks. Bimmer was great, but expensive to maintain. Yeah, 100%. How fast is Southeast Financial? I hope they are not as slow as Tower. No idea. I would say all credit unions are slow, but you've got to kind of like jump through the hoops and or call and follow up. Spend $40 a month on gas. Work from home. Oh, that's not bad at all then. So then Tesla's not really going to make a lot of sense in terms of savings for you. Always charge at work for free. Then yeah, you got the 6 setup. New York is one big pothole. Yeah, 100%. Some reason Toyota EVs tech is terrible. It's not. I mean, hybrid. Toyota's been very big on hybrids for a long time now, so they really own the game in the electrification of the hybrid and all that stuff. Good to know about the pothole claim. Dennis, thanks. Spent a lot of money on wheel alignment already. Yeah. I don't know the exact process, but when in Maryland, where I used to live, you could file it. I'm pretty sure LA has the same exact process as well. Actually, we can even look it up. Los Angeles City pothole damage claim. Yeah, there's got to be a... Yeah, see, there you go. File for, this is LA, I don't know, but most likely every city has this sort of thing because it's not your fault you ran to the pothole and damaged your car, right? It's the city's fault for not maintaining the road right there. So thanks, Bradford. Thanks for coming in. Thanks for hitting the like button. And thanks for dropping by as well. Too Sexy coming up soon. Yeah, exactly. More discounts. Yes. Discounts if you're just joining in. Tesla is starting to send out Model S and X text messages to customers saying that there's an additional $5,000 to $15,000 off Model S and X. And it really seems like Tesla has a problem selling the Model S and X right now. So if you're in the market, I would say maybe wait till March, because March is the last month of the sales quarter. And so we'll really start to see some sort of action then, or more, even more discounts probably. How do you go about getting Tesla financing? It has never shown in the app for me. Maybe try and go to the Tesla website. But all you need is the VIN, and you actually will be able to get it financing for any of the other banks or anything that. But I spend $40 a month on gas, but I currently drive a Corolla. I make good money and need something with better image. Corollas are good image, especially if it's paid off. Toyota, all that stuff. But thanks for watching this video, guys. Please hit that like if you enjoy it. Check out the links below if you want to support the channel. And we'll see you guys tomorrow, probably same time, 5 to 6 o'clock. And thank you. And thanks for all the support. See ya.